It's taking a little while to get everything set up, but I'm going to review your instructions for your written assignment, and I'm going to be reviewing the first written assignment, but these instructions will be the same for both written assignments this semester. So let me pull up Blackboard. I'm going to show you the Monday, Wednesday, 9:30 class, just so we have a point of reference. And so I'm going to click Weekly Schedule, and here is the written assignment. Okay, there's two parts of this. There's two different assignments as part of this. And so you're going to be submitting notes for your written assignment and then the written assignment itself. So let me talk about both of these. So the written assignment, I'm going to click this, and you're going to be prompted to launch it right here. Start attempt 1, and it's going to give you instructions about it, the due date and the amount of points. And let me fix a few things here so you can see everything. There you go. So I'm not going to read everything here, but I'm going to read quite a bit. There is a grading rubric for this assignment, and if you click right here, it's going to tell you exactly how this is going to be graded, okay? I'm giving you this information prior to you even turning in your assignment. This is how it's graded. Let me make this big so you can see it well on your screen. So basically, your grade is going to fall into one of 3 areas, all right? Essentially, if your thoughts, your ideas, and your answer is well developed, that's the most important thing. When you look at these boxes, they go from priority of the first thing being most important down to the last thing of a level of importance. So essentially, again, what I was about to say, develop your ideas, address the questions in the assignment, do these things, and your grade is going to be, if you do these things very well, then your grade is going to be close to the upper top of the A. Down here, if you make a good effort, but there's all kinds of issues, maybe there's spelling issues, maybe you didn't develop your answer as well as you're supposed to, maybe you didn't follow instructions. I mean, this is really basic stuff in terms of how I grade it. So I'm letting you have a lot of latitude as to what you talk about in your assignment, a lot of flexibility, but you need to do it the right way, okay? So I may elaborate on that more in class if there are questions. So starting out, you need to have a cover page and an outline, all right? Here's some guidance on how to write an outline. Will be talking about this more in class as well because I think it's really important. Outlines are very, very important. But here are some guidelines as to an outline. All right. Now then, here's how you get the points. All right. It's 100 points as I mentioned. There are overall guidance and instruction. If you click this link, these are the basic instructions that you have for this assignment. And it speaks to how to submit it, that it needs to be Times New Roman 12-point font, it needs to be double spaced. So this is standard information, okay? I'm not going to read all of it either, but it's something you need to read. You need to go and read that and then ask questions if you have them. The purpose of this video is to really talk about the substance of this assignment. Let me explain what it is that I want you to do on this assignment. So I am going to read a lot of this. The purpose of this assignment is for you to demonstrate your understanding of terms and concepts from chapters 3, 4, and 6. These chapters all address identity formation and social organization. You may switch around the chapters in this assignment, meaning you could talk about chapter 6 first if you want, or chapter 4, whatever you want to do in that regard. But you need to focus on the key themes of identity formation, social organization. Your task is to connect the dots using material from each of these 3 chapters. You should use your lecture notes, presentations found in the weekly schedule, and your textbook. You should only use these materials. Look at that. So when I grade your assignment, I'm going to know if you are talking about what we talked about in class. So there's a lot of stuff in these chapters, and I don't want you to get lost in the stuff that we don't cover in class. All right? So there you go. That's why you need to take lecture notes, because that's going to be part of the assignment. You're going to submit those lecture notes as an additional grade related to this assignment. I showed you that just a second ago. So I'm giving you a lot of flexibility on what you address. All right? Focus on what we talk about in class. Choose just a few concepts, no more than 3 from each chapter. Now then, let's say you have 3 concepts from chapter 3. I want you to illustrate your understanding of that concept, and I want you to elaborate on that. So if you have too many concepts, it's just going to be watered down. Okay? Pick no more than 3, and it's recommended that the 3 relate to one another, so you can connect the dots. It's easier to connect the dots. Do not use statistics. You can write about and explain the statistics, but don't use numbers. Don't use any quotations. Do not copy or paste material into the assignment. You can paraphrase. Do not use any direct quotes. Anything that is plagiarized can result in a 0 on the assignment. Again, this is why that you use your notes in the textbook. You should provide a minimum of 3 pages, no more than 5. All right, now then, let's talk about this right here. The flow of your work should be as follows. Provide a cover page. Next, provide an outline that matches what I will be reading in your paper. Then start your paper with a paragraph or 2 describing what it is that I'm about to read, an introduction. Next, divide your paper up into 3 parts, with each of these parts describing material from Chapter 3, Chapter 4, then Chapter 6. Lastly, conclude your paper with a paragraph or 2 as a conclusion. Do not overlook the conclusion. It is worth 20 points. So don't write, really you need more than a paragraph. You need a couple of paragraphs at least. The paragraph should really wrap everything up, bring everything together. Okay? It's a little bit more advanced than the conclusion. I have a student that from a previous semester that had a good assignment, and I asked them to let me use their assignment to show you all as an example of what it should look like. Now this is just looking at the substance of it. This does not have the cover page in the outline. But if you look at this, you get an idea about how it should look. Do not copy their work. Now this is actually, it was 4 pages. So it's within the guidelines of the amount of the assignment. But here's an introduction, and then he starts chapter 3. But he each time he goes to a different concept, he's basically starting a new paragraph. Okay. All right. So there's an example. You can see what that looks like, and I mean that's the gist of the assignment. I just want to do this video to give you emphasis on some things. You're going to need to go back and look at the rubric and instructions. These are pretty straightforward, though the instructions are. But understand what it is I'm going to grade. I think I'm explaining it well enough right now. We will talk a little bit more detail about it in class. All right. And I will include this link to the video underneath this written assignment if you want to go back and watch it for additional, try to refresh your memory about how to do it. All right, I hope that works for now. Thank you for taking the time to watch this, and we'll be talking about it more in class as well. See you soon.